Hi, beautiful ladies, beautiful queens. Thank you for joining. My name is Jenny White. I'm the founder and creator of the Queen's Mindset. I'm a relationship coach and therapist. I show women how to create fulfilling relationships by standing more in their femininity. So why should women actually work on their femininity? And I'm not saying you now need to dress up very feminine. I am not saying that you need to completely dive down the road of looking more feminine, applying makeup, having beautiful hair. This is all a side effect of it, by the way. It's not the femininity. So how can that be? Because often women come to me and say, Jen, I'm a woman. How can I not be feminine? Why do I need to look after my feminine energy or be more aware of it? Because look, in this world where we are navigating through, women, not for a long time, are now free in the way that they can vote, that they can run their own businesses, that they don't have to ask for a written permission of their husbands to actually be allowed to work. That's not a long time ago. That's not even 100 years ago where that happened, where women had to ask for permission if they can keep or apply for a job, ask for permission from their husbands, written permission, so they can apply for a job. So this form of freedom we have now for a while. Thank God for all these beautiful women out there who fought for these equality rights, right? So that we really are able to navigate through this world. However, what happens in this world is that women copy masculine behavior. So when you run a business, for example, you might copy that because in this world, mainly men have run businesses. So we are copying their kind of approach to be successful, because to be actually in there and accepted, and women often don't even know that. So what we do, we neglect the feminine aspect, our feminine energy, our femininity, to run those things, to run a business, or to run a relationship, any form of relationship. Your femininity is not necessarily only required for your romantic relationships. Of course, we are most vulnerable in them because we want to be loved, we want to find the one, we want to have the man of our dreams, we want to have somebody who's really strong in their masculinity, and we even don't know what that means anymore. This world has marketed femininity in a really distorted way, to the point that we are glorifying wounded femininity or hidden masculinity as femininity. You can look all over the place. It's really interesting, and I will explore that with you in more videos when you're watching here, what that actually means. But for example, one thing, often women, because we balance that out from our past where we maybe got wounded, where we are not allowed to explore this world freely, that we don't know who we are anymore, that we are navigating with so much wounds in us and with masculinity that we repel healthy masculinity in our life. So often women then say, I'm successful, I'm a giving person, Jenny, I'm a kind person, I'm loving, I'm caring, I don't know what's wrong with me, I don't seem to attract the right man. They are either, and I call them floppy macaronis, right? So they're flip-flopping around, they are non-committed, non-devoted, they are all over you at the first meeting and maybe for a few weeks, and then they're breadcrumbing you or they're ghosting you, which means they are either stringing you along or they are just ignoring you. And you think, what's wrong with me? It's how we choose and how we believe what our worth is, what our worth is, what our value is. And femininity is like very observant. We are really patient and observant in a healthy way. We are assessing situations. We are not chasing, but women have learned to chase goals, to chase relationships, to make things happen, to burn themselves out. And it's not healthy. And it can turn the men off who are healthy because we are making it too easy. You should not make it difficult, but when we open the doors to us, to our being, to be accessible easily, right? To make it easy and say, I make it easy for him because I don't want to be awkward or hard to get or anything like that. So I give myself away to make sure that he sees all of me. We are in a very, very hectic world. As you might know, the pace is insane. So to be seen, often we choose accessibility and a masculine approach like chasing, running, making things happen, making things easier for men to be with us in a relationship that we undervalue ourselves. It's everywhere. Or beautiful ladies, lovely queens, what often also happens is that we might be so independent to the point that our message that comes across is we don't need a man. Could be directly a direct message that we really say, I don't need men are not necessary, I can do it all by myself, they're a pain. Because maybe you hurt. Maybe you have been in a relationship with somebody who has not seen your worth. And now you try to convince people, or you try to tell men that they are not needed. So if you are then hard to get, if you have like walls up that high, you hope that only the really strong masculine alpha males get through your walls and show you that they are honest, that they are devoted. And that's wrong too. That's the other scale, end of the scale. So femininity is so much more. It's the knowing, it's the grace. And I say always to my women who come to me and seek my services, I always say women never lose their rag. Responsibility, authenticity, and grace. Rag, capital R-A-G. And from that we navigate. It's that softness we bring to the world. It's that assessing, that leaning back and observing. You are not a flower. You don't need to be picked. And often women do that mistake. It's like we are sitting on a date and think, hopefully he likes me. I hope he likes me. So we put on a mask and make it easy. We become man pleasers or people pleasers in that way and are too scared to show who we really are. And it's gone so bananas because this world is marketing to you wounded femininity, wrong femininity. You know, the strong, super strong, independent woman is one of them, where we think, okay, you know, when we are strong, when we are, you know, super independent, it makes it easier for him. But then we don't leave any room for masculinity in our life. So he doesn't feel that he can contribute, because men want to contribute. They want to contribute in a positive way to your life. You are not a helpless princess. That's not femininity, by the way. Often women think, oh, this is like a manipulation technique. So now let's learn femininity. How can I lure the fellas in? So I get that often when women say, okay, teach me those techniques, Jen, and tell me how to lure the guys in. Femininity is not a manipulation tool. It's a way of living. And I want to bust so many myths on this channel here in regards to it, because there are so many tools out there, right? Don't contact him for 30 days. Make him chase you. That's all rubbish, by the way. That's all rubbish. It's navigating from your femininity with confidence, with knowing what you are worth, with peeling the onion, with looking at your wounds, you carry on from previous relationships. And don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. So women need to relearn what femininity means. And femininity often is either displayed as like, oh, don't be too vulnerable, because if you're honest and vulnerable, this is dangerous. You then will attract even worse men. So you need to close your heart and play it cool and everything is fine. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. Please don't do this. Work on yourself, right? If you're wounded, if you're hurting in any form of relationships you had before, then work on that. Look at those wounds and heal them. And this is where we become more confident. This is where we become, in our femininity, far more vibrant. And often we don't want to look at it because it hurts, so we ignore it, right? So we have unlearned what it means to navigate through this world with our femininity, to, for example, run businesses from a feminine approach, not from a masculine approach. And it's needed in this world. It's really needed. If you have a look, so men are normally like really, they chase things, they make things happen, they're very outwardly judgmental usually, in a helpful way, of course. And women are more like with the soft skills. And you heard that, isn't it? Soft skills are the new hard skills in business. So we are assessing, we are choosing wisely our employees or our clients. That's also femininity. It has that like lean back, look after yourself, that self-caring approach. And we bring that to the table. And of course, you can see it already happening in this world, but we are still too much in masculine energy, which then repels what? Doesn't leave any room. So for masculinity, so you sit maybe there and think, why can't I attract a man in my life? What is happening? Because you cover that. There's no room for him. There is no room. There is no, he has to come then in with very, very feminine energy, or he feels emasculated and think, okay, so how can I contribute? And often women want to have a shoulder to lean on. They want a guy that is interested in them, that is devoted, not only committed, but devoted to you, who carries your heart with such a care that it's the most precious thing in the world. And that's possible. And often women don't know that they come from wounded femininity or from masculine energy, and that repels the man you are yearning for in your life. So it's like leaning back a little bit more, stepping back, observing, choosing wisely, understanding what your standards are, what you bring to the table, what your boundaries are. It's so vital that you do this and breathe. Don't chase. We always think it's high pace, we need to rush, we need to do this, let's do it. I need to make that happen. So I invite him for a date. I reach out and make everything happen. I'm easily accessible. And then we wonder why they don't see our self-worth. And I know, like I said, it's not a manipulation tool. You will learn here in these videos I create for you how to do it, what to do, and how to move forward. And yeah, we are distorted. What I will do though, in the description box, you will see a sign up where you can get a free mini course about how to become more magnetic. And that is a free mini course on how to understand femininity and also wounded femininity and how to heal that. It's free. Just download it. You just type your email in. You just download the content and yeah, go from there. So I love you and leave you for today. And wherever you are in this world, I hope you have the most amazing day. So, see you very soon, Queens. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.